The election's over, but we're still talking politics. And joining me today is Sam Lapham from Boone County. Sam, thanks a lot for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about some of these campaign songs that we just the statewide candidates were using in their campaigns.
Yeah, I've heard some of the songs, and I know you were at the events as well. And I want to evaluate some of the songs because some of them were good choices, and some of them I have some questions about. First of all, starting with Todd Hollenbeck, the state treasurer. He used Center Field by John Fogerty. Great song. Yep. Only #1 hit Fogerty had after CCR broke up in the early 70s. Not terribly connected to the campaign, and the whole thing of sports analogies is a little bit tired, so I'm giving that a 6.
All right.
All right.
I'd agree with you on that. That is a good up song, though.
Oh, yeah.
Gets people going.
Yeah, they play the Reds games. It's fantastic.
Right.
Next, Crit Llewellyn in her re-election campaign for state auditor, and she had Kentucky Woman by Neil Diamond.
Right.
And I thought that was really a very clever choice, fitting, and just really went well. The one downside about that is almost all Neil Diamond fans are emotionally unstable. So I'm going to have to give that one just a 7.
And Crit Llewellyn may be running against Mitch McConnell next year.
Yes.
She has made that decision very soon, so we could be hearing that song a lot more.
Definitely, and we'll go with that. Jack Conway, Born to Run. Yeah. Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
Inspiring song.
Right.
Goes well with campaigning. You know, Baby, I'm Born to Run. Very American, very democratic. He nailed it. He gets a 10 for that one.
That's one of my top 5 songs all time ever.
Wow.
That, Won't Get Fooled Again, Sweet Home Alabama, Grand Funk Railroad, American Band, and Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC. Those are my top 5.
My top one is In My Life by the Beatles. My #1. All right. Now, Ernie Fletcher. He used the song Still the One by Orleans.
Yeah.
And interesting side note, the lead singer of that band, John Hall,
is in Congress.
From the state of New York. That's right. And, you know, Still the One emphasizes being an incumbent. That's not a bad idea. But the start of the song is, we've been together since way back when. Sometimes I never want to see your face again. that gets him a 4. That's... Yeah, not a good choice.
Another political choice, memorable political choice by the governor. Poor Ernie, nice guy, good public servant, just not a great
brilliant
politician.
man. Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, Lieutenant Governor Daniel Monjardo.
Right.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Out. Okay. I mean, the title fits, but the song is trite.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Right.
He gets a 2. that was lame. I'm sorry. And then lastly, Governor-elect Steve Beshear.
Yeah.
He wanted, obviously, something very upbeat, get the crowd going. Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm in spring break in the candy shop in Fort Lauderdale again. That's the last time I heard that song.
I was sick of that song the second week it was on the charts. It is, you know, it is just incredibly cliche. That's a 0.
All right, too cool for Kool and the Gang. All right, now you have some songs you want us to hear.
Yeah, I think that there are much better choices they could have made, and we'll start with Ernie Fletcher. You know, he needed something to reach out to the voters, to connect with them, but still talk about being an incumbent. So let's hear our first song for a suggestion for him. There we go.
Yeah, the Reverend.
Right, Reverend Al Green.
I love this one. Great song.
It is, and you know, and of course, having a song by a reverend certainly would appeal to his conservative base.
Right.
And you know, it's just a great way to reach out to the voters and grab them emotionally and say, you know, let's stay together.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a
and
good
emphasize
choice.
those positive things. So I think he probably would still be governor if he'd used it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, and what about Monjardo?
Okay, I think the song that he should have used is "It Takes Two." We'll hear a little of that.
Oh yeah, Marvin Gaye.
I'm sorry, Kid West.
What do you like about this song?
Well, that it emphasizes the idea that it takes two. You know, Dr. Monjardo is an incredibly strong lieutenant governor. You know, brings an enormous amount of skill and experience. And just the idea that it's a team and that the state is going to benefit so much from having him as lieutenant governor, and plus, supporting Beshear just, is a great message.
All right, now what about for Steve Beshear?
Well, obviously he wanted something upbeat and inspirational to really get the crowd going, and I think this next track we'll hear is sort of the obvious choice.
All right. Do you have an Elvis motif in your video you did in your campaign?
There was an Elvis moment in there.
There was an Elvis moment.
There was an Elvis moment in all of my life.
I was telling Ebel that the day Elvis died, I was turned the car on, just started driving, and this song was on, and then the announcer came on and said, "The King is dead." I don't know why he played that song to announce it, but that's the song that always lives in burns in my mind about Elvis, who I love the King.
Oh, yeah. And so, it's so inspirational, a very broad age appeal, so he can really reach the older voters who, will connect with this song, as well as the young people who still, Elvis lives with them as well. And most of all, it's Elvis.
Right. You can't go wrong.
You really can't.
It is interesting. We're having some fun with this, but you can really make a connection with people through the songs.
Oh, yeah.
The Fleetwood Mac song that the Clintons used.
Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, I mean, people got tired of it, and it was hard to watch Tipper. All right, Sam Lappin, great job. We'll have you back on again, because I think next time we're going to talk about some campaign commercials.
Okay.
Here we go. There's your song, The King Lives. We'll be right back with Victor Peruta with the Victory of Light Psychic Festival. We'll ask him if Elvis is still alive.
He is.
We'll be right back on Northern Kentucky Magazine on ICN 6.